What is going on, y'all? Travis here, back with another episode of Criminal Minds. This is going to be Season 2, Episode 5. Let us get into it, shall we?
Doesn't anybody ever go home?
You're here.
Oh,
Exactly. You don't want to model your social life on mine.
Hotch and Morgan took off.
Hotch is married. Morgan's
Hotch is married.
Police in Dayton, Ohio need our help with the serial rapist. He raped 5 students at a small Bible college. An attack a week, then suddenly nothing. Until 9 days ago when he suddenly reappeared with a whole new victim pattern. Both those women are in their 30s. They were raped about 5 days apart. He was waiting for them when they got home.
How do we know it's the same guy?
He leaves voicemails for them.
freezing them with fear before they even see him.
They don't recognize the voice.
Cops even have DNA, but it's just not in the system.
Serial rapists hardly ever change victimology once it's established.
Maybe he's telling these women that no one's safe.
Call Hotch and Morgan. Tell
Why
them
do
wheels
they
up
keep
as soon as we're
cutting
clear
to her?
take off.
Maybe
sir.
she's a victim of SA?
Well,
She was
thanks.
being kind of weird in that exchange. Looked uncomfortable, not weird.
I think we're ready to meet. Trust me, I know what you want.
You came home early tonight.
Fucking like that. Penelope Garcia's hair. Intro card.
Helen Keller once said, although the world is full of suffering, it is also full of overcoming it.
Is that your Zune? Your Zune device?
You tend to forget, don't you?
What?
All the different moods on the plane. I think the mindset's different when the victims are still alive.
We got new information on last night's victim. MO was the same. He was waiting for her to get home. We broke in through the back.
Answering machine?
I left a message about an hour or so before. Can't imagine being taunted like that in my own house.
The messages aren't taunts. They're overtures. That we're ready, trust
Ooh.
me. It's being sincere.
Sounds like we're dealing with a power reassurance rapist.
To him, the messages are courtships. He's introducing himself to the victims.
He must have stalked them to know so much about their lives.
First victims were all college students, all religious. Might change.
Have the police found any connection between the latest victims?
No, nothing yet.
I have to figure out what made him go off script.
As soon as he changed victims, I knew I could use your help.
Your thoughts?
Serial rapists usually have a set fantasy. If we can get a handle on what made him change, it gives us our best shot at nailing this guy. Agent Gideon, you're gonna have to talk to a lot of victims. It'd be helpful to have an extra female presence.
Can you promise me you'll be sensitive?
As long as you promise to stay pissed off at what happened to them. I've been on this case since day one. I don't want to have to step aside.
Can you roll over to the other side, please?
Excuse us, please.
Thank you.
We're from the FBI. I realize you've already spoken to the police, but we were hoping there were a few questions that you could answer for us.
Every time I think it's over, someone else wants to photograph me or touch me or ask me to relive it.
We will keep this short, I promise.
When the attacks first started, guards at all the campus gates, but that man still somehow got into the dorm rooms.
Had you noticed anyone new on campus?
We've already talked about this.
Sometimes it helps to go through it.
Maybe someone quiet who seemed like he was always just a little too close.
I don't think so.
What about anyone that's suddenly not around anymore?
Before that man did what he did, he told me I should get a dog, protection. And then he said, or maybe you could let your parents have Dexter stay with you.
You said that your attacker
So he knew you.
knew the things you thought. What did you mean by that?
He said that we weren't the type of people to just stay inside and read books. He talked about taking me away to Positano, Italy, and drinking white wine and listening to Al Green. My favorite place in the world, the only alcohol I drink, and my favorite singer. I don't understand how he could know any of it.
Is it like
Any
a,
males in your
is it
life
like
that
a
you may have told about the
therapist?
family dog?
I don't have any experience. There's no one I would have told.
Need a second?
They did say
Hard
they're
to focus
religious.
sometimes.
Is it somebody in the church?
Police will act like just because he didn't kill you, he didn't somehow end your life.
Would you take my advice and talk to someone?
So is a priest available on campus?
I mean a woman.
Maybe that would be good. So many lives have been ruined here. When I went to the doctor, he said that my injuries were minor.
You think if they were somehow worse, it'd be better?
I don't know.
Minor.
Look at me. Someone hands over a wallet at gunpoint. Everyone thinks that's the best thing to do. You did what you had to do to survive. Don't let anyone tell you different.
I hate it. I hate stuff like this.
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to ask you to listen to this and tell me if the man's attitude sounds the same as when he was in your house.
I think we're ready to meet. Trust me, I know what you want.
He sounded different,
I feel like it's
more
like,
nervous. Even though he had a gun, it was like he was afraid to talk.
I feel like it's like a
What difference does it matter how he sounded?
confessional
On the
creature
phone, he
or
can
something.
rehearse.
Whatever they're called.
I don't understand.
Because like, how would you know that
The man
information?
thinks of these attacks as dates.
I didn't do anything to make him think that.
We know you didn't.
This is enough.
Thank you very much.
Fucking sucks.
Everybody get some sleep. We got a big day tomorrow.
This empty ass garage. What is up with her? Oh.
What's up?
You're creeping around the
I think I left
damn
my glasses in the
thing.
I'll keep you company.
Oh, I thought he was behind her. I thought he was back there.
No, it's all right. We gotta get sleep.
Something's about to go down with her. They keep making me feel weird about her. Not weird. When I say weird, I mean off. I'll be drinking coffee late at night like that. How late do y'all drink coffee till? I just had a cup at 3 o'clock and I feel like I'm gonna be up all night probably now.
You're right there.
Maybe I'll have more.
I figured you wouldn't be sleeping either.
What are you doing?
I took a room on the hall.
You live 4 blocks away.
Why be separated from the work?
Jeez.
You stole a bathroom?
Complimentary.
Can't get something out of my head. Cheryl on campus today, she said, so many lives here have been ruined. Only 20% of rapes are even reported.
You think
That's insane.
there are more victims out there?
You figure a Catholic school, the percentages are bound to hold.
On substressor might have been a rape that never got reported.
Something made him change victims. Maybe he almost got caught. Maybe he's religious and felt guilty. Maybe a victim reminded him of his sister. Something. What do you think?
I think you got good instincts.
Hi.
These glasses.
You okay?
I love him.
Yeah, why wouldn't I be? No, really. Come right in. Wanna check my ID?
I thought maybe you might want to talk.
Don't go all profiler on me.
Elle, you got shot in your own home, came back to the BAU like nothing even happened. Thinking you might want to talk isn't profiling.
She's hiding something else.
Psych
Like
101.
there's something else on her mind.
Please?
Gin on the rocks? Ugh. Woof.
After he shot me, he reached into my wound so he could write on the wall in my blood. I was barely conscious, but I could feel his hand in there. And sometimes it's like I can still feel it.
Elle, he's dead. You're right here. You won.
Did she?
And here's to winning.
I don't know, man.
Thanks for coming in a little early.
We just want you to hear what the FBI has gathered and get you on the street.
So the guy we're looking for is a classic power reassurance rapist. The reason that's important for you to know, he's the only kind of rapist who targets a specific victim.
He fantasizes that he's in a relationship with these women. This is someone with access. He's the cable guy, or the locksmith. He's the guy who reads the gas meter.
How does
he can
he have
describe
all-
exactly what these women wear
Time
and how
to
they
get
smell.
to know all these people.
These details are what feed his fantasy. Now, we need you to look for the overlap between the sets of victims. Did the school share workers with any of the recent victims?
He most likely lives alone. Because of the discrepancy in the victims' ages, you can only pinpoint his age somewhere between 20 and 40 years old.
It's possible that he has a profession that he finds emasculating.
We're sure there is some overlap. This guy is a shadow
Or
at the
nurse?
edges of each of these women's lives.
Recanvass and be sure to relay information on shift change.
I looked into the idea of rapes that went unreported like you asked. 2 months ago, a female student at Holy Trinity committed suicide. Her suicide corresponds almost exactly to when the campus attack stopped. Maybe there are more victims out there.
There's definitely more victims out there.
I don't understand how our daughter's death is FBI business.
We're investigating a series of sexual assaults that took place on Shelley's campus.
Were you aware of the attacks?
Of course. It was horrible.
There's no good way to say this, so I'm just going to ask. Is it possible that Shelley was raped?
No, it's not.
Did Shelley have any history of depression?
She put a lot of pressure on herself. She got A's, volunteered with a youth group, played varsity volleyball in high school, but she always handled it with grace.
Did she leave a note? Would it be possible for us to take it and analyze it?
There wasn't a note.
Jeez.
We will return it. This isn't something that I'm asking lightly.
You walk into my home, you ask if my daughter was also sexually violated.
I have a little girl, and I can't say how I'd react if something happened to her. I would do whatever was necessary to make sure that no other family went through that same pain.
I'd like to go lie down.
Thank you for your time.
I'll see you out.
Oh, he's gonna give it up?
I love my wife.
I'm sure you do.
She was raped.
The unsub got her pregnant. I'm choosing the sin of suicide over the sin of abortion. I can't bring his baby into the world. Please don't hate me.
The attacks at the college stopped 2 months ago, right after Shelley's suicide.
In his mind, Shelley killed their baby.
Hotch, we need to go back to the last victim and ask one more question.
Did he say anything to you about children, family?
No.
Did he mention anything about suicide? Somebody he was maybe in a relationship with?
Why are you asking me this?
One of the victims took her own life when she realized the rapist got her pregnant.
What is it?
I'm trying to have a baby.
For how long?
I had an appointment at the clinic to talk about insemination.
So he works there.
Did anyone else know about that?
I just decided.
He works there.
I'm 38. I figured I couldn't afford to just wait around for the right man to show up.
Hey, I talked to the other two victims in their 30s. They'd both gone to a fertility clinic within 5 days of their attack.
Have Garcia run down employment records. We might be looking at someone who works.
What's the significance of the 5 days?
The most popular fertility drug is clomiphene. Would most likely have a policy not to attempt insemination until the drug regimen was complete.
So then getting there before they begin the insemination process would guarantee the ends of paternity.
He hasn't changed his fantasy. He's merely found a way to perfect it.
Well, it explains the change in victimology. He's targeted young, ultra-religious girls who he assumed wouldn't want to have an abortion.
He decided to change it up and go after women who were desperate to have a baby.
The unsub knew Shelley Norvell was pregnant. Means he's still watching his past victims. Elle, talk to Callahan. Tell her we need patrols monitoring everyone on that victim list.
You got it.
In this guy's twisted mind, these are love stories.
Of course they are. He's starting families.
Fucking sick fuck. Nasty.
I'm sorry, but whoever's committing these crimes couldn't work at this clinic.
But that doesn't mean that there isn't a connection.
It's
we
him.
need your help to figure out what it might
It's him.
be.
Excuse me?
It's him.
Can you just fill that out? That's great.
It's him.
What's happening?
I get a vibe.
It's just
It's him.
horrible. Word gets out that there's a connection to this rapist. My practice would be ruined.
To be honest,
you.
I don't care about your practice.
If you're implying that
Yeah.
I could be
It's
a
you.
suspect that I had a vasectomy 25 years ago.
I don't know if there's anyone in and out of this clinic who fits the profile.
Quiet, lives alone, awkward with women, yet hangs around the office a little too long just to be near them.
It's just a small clinic. I only hire women.
You had a
What about
vasectomy.
outsourcing? Computer
You
support,
probably are
janitor?
doing it with
My daughter
somebody else's
handles all the technical business, and I have a cleaning crew of
semen.
2 women. Sorry.
What is that, Doc?
It's just a questionnaire we hand out to learn more about our client base.
This is everything the unsub knew about the victims.
Who else sees these?
Well, I sell the forms to a direct marketing company called First Hand Media. No medical information changes hands. It's not illegal.
The margins on a place like this. Word gets out. Your practice would be ruined.
Now, see, that kind of shit makes me not want to fill
I'd
out
like to
any
make
of
a
y'all
request.
fucking forms when
With
I go to the
that
doctor's
sultry voice,
office.
You name it.
All right, listen, it's a marketing firm by the name of First Hand Media. I want you to see if they have any connection to the colleges from the first set of victims.
Behold, First Hand Media processes all the freshman orientation questionnaires.
One last favor. Look up the words sexy and brilliant in that computer of yours and tell me what you come up with.
You.
Look at that.
You.
It's me.
You are a goddess, woman. Ciao. It was a work call.
Oh my God, he's so.
You really think this rapist is one of my guys?
He's used to being in strangers' homes, always on the phone. That's how he's confident.
We're gonna need a list of any employees you have that worked in the fertility clinic and university questionnaire.
We need copies of every single questionnaire that you got from the clinic. We can get a warrant here in about an hour if you prefer.
If you think about it, all I'm doing is profiling just like you guys.
Well, let's not think about it.
Not so much.
All of these.
We cover the entire Great Lakes region.
And the guy we're looking for is a male, white, between the ages of 20 and 40, socially awkward, and unable to make connections easily.
I have 250 employees. Most of those are men, and every single one of them match the description you just gave me.
That one. That one.
I heard you ran into a wall of paper.
Elle, it might be worth going back to the victims. It's a long shot, but maybe somebody remembers a first name from a telemarketing call.
So he
Nobody
wouldn't lie
fucking
or use
calling
an
people.
alias.
We know this guy's DNA is not in the system, but I'll cross-check employment records against sexual misdemeanors.
Separated the Dayton forms from the rest of the region.
So what do we know from the latest set of victims?
They're all single and all over 35.
Each of them also indicated recently buying books on babies and child rearing.
Get this, each of the victims also checked the yes box when asked if it would be okay to contact them on special deals on pediatric items.
The unsub's mind, they've consented. Thinks he's doing them a service.
If we can narrow down the potential list of victims, we can be waiting for him. Any hits?
Got one.
Reed?
Nothing.
It's the only one.
It's a small city. There can't be very many single women in their late 30s going to the exact same fertility clinic.
So we know who he's going after next.
I hope when y'all catch this motherfucker, y'all light his ass up. Don't even let him fucking go into trial. Yeah, that guy's too young to be the doctor. Fucking weirdo.
There was no forced entry. We're still not sure how he got in.
I'm gonna take a look inside.
What the hell are your men doing? You can have men outside the door, but a woman can still get raped inside.
They knocked, there was no answer, there was no legal cause to enter.
what
They
the hell
did
are you
everything
doing?
in their power.
You just keep telling yourself that.
Hell.
How bad were her injuries?
She
She's
got
lucky,
killed.
relatively minor.
Do me a favor. Don't tell her that she's lucky. There's not a potential victim in the questionnaires. Who knows when we're going to get another shot at it. His company handles the entire Great Lakes region. He can take off, and he's got a whole new list of victims in another city.
What do you think?
When he started with college students, he raped 1 a week. Now he has to wait for the right set of circumstances. But he wants more victims.
Well, let's give him one. You think Elle's ready for it?
We'll be there for her.
She is not in an emotional state.
What's my story?
Your legal secretary, 36, divorced.
This guy's itching for another victim. Once he sees that phone, he's gonna want to stake you out.
Let him see you when you come home, when you have friends over. He breaks into these houses when the women are away, so he needs to see you leave.
All we need to do is get him to breach that door. Once we get him on breaking and entering, we got reason to get DNA, and his ass is out.
Another thing, don't go out with your gun on. It's too risky. If he sees it, we might lose him. Keep it someplace inside so you can get to it easily.
I'm gonna be right out front.
And don't forget you're wired, so we'll be with you at all times.
Hey, good?
I'm good.
I don't know, man. I'm not feeling great about it.
She's in.
Gonna fall asleep.
Why isn't she leaving? She needs to get out of there.
What is that?
Morgan, call her.
Pick up. Pick up.
Here's the fucking creeper.
I think we might have company.
Talk to me, Tiger.
Garcia, I need you to run a plate for me. Peter, Mary, 68, Yellow 3.
William Lee, 10308 Pinehurst Avenue.
Can you get me where he works?
Feel my speed. He works for First Hand Media.
All right, I got it, thanks.
Creep.
Tim.
I saw him, too.
Bingo.
I'm anxious.
She's on the move.
What you doing with her gun?
Just get in the car. Don't let him know that you see him.
Easy, baby.
She's panicking.
Easy, easy.
What is she doing?
Hell, back off, back off. We got no reason to bring him in.
Go. Everybody go!
FBI, put your hands where I can see them. Get out of the car! Put your palms up! Shut up!
I was just stopping to look at my map.
Damn. I mean, what is she thinking?
reason to keep me here. I know you work at First Hand Media. I had access to information about all these women.
But I didn't do anything
He
wrong.
looks familiar,
We know that.
actually.
I apologize. We know how much you care about these women. You do care about them, don't you?
He's 28 years old and has a high school diploma, but he's had 12 jobs in the past 10 years. He lived with his mother until she was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer 6 months ago.
One last chance to make Mama proud by starting a family.
How are they playing it?
Deep empathy. If they don't get him to confess, we got no reason to hold him.
I know that dating those younger girls was a mistake. They were just too immature.
Older ones are looking to start families.
They were even willing to shell out a lot of money just to have kids.
Whoever would have been with them would have been helping.
That's what we were saying. We're the best thing that's ever happened to him.
Excuse me, where do I find that?
Who's this?
Oh, shit.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Why don't you volunteer a DNA sample? If you were the kid, when you want to know who your father was.
Don't say another word.
This is over.
I'm advising my client not to answer any more questions. I'm assuming that we're free to go.
You're letting him walk?
The only reason he's walking is because you panicked.
I'm supposed to believe that you've got my back? The last time you sent me home, Hot, you got me shot.
Walk with me, right now.
I don't think she was ready to do something like that yet.
Need to get some air.
That wasn't a great decision.
What do you do, huh? When you think about this job, what you've been through, what you're capable of, you understand me.
So what happens now? Do you stay?
You have your man, you just have to wait for him to slip up.
You're a good cop. My money's on you.
So it's just fucking, he walks? That's the
Get
end
some
of
rest,
it?
my friend. Wheels up tomorrow at noon.
What the fuck do you mean?
Is this what you do? You wait for them until they get home?
You're not supposed to be here.
Well, you can't talk to a woman without a gun in your hand? You and I both know what you are, and you're not gonna hurt women anymore.
I would never hurt them. You know that. That's why you let me go.
I didn't let you do anything.
You're very pretty.
What did you just say to me?
Why do you choose to do a job that is so dangerous? You should find a man to take care of you.
I'm not gonna rest until you go away.
You're here because you want me to say thank you.
You're sick.
Really? Because without you, I would still be locked up.
I didn't let you walk.
Thank you. You've made a lot of women very happy.
What?
Hey, Lee. What happened? I was having a conversation with him. He drew his weapon, and I
Was his weapon even out?
Can't let you speak to her until she's been processed.
What happened?
She came to stake his place out. He saw her. He had a gun. Don't worry, it's cut and dry. Self-defense. She'll have her badge back by tomorrow.
Thank you.
Bitch. We don't even get the thoughts. We don't even get the quote at the end of that episode there. So first of all, that fucking guy got what he deserved. He is scum, dirtball. I'm sorry. That's one of those crimes, in my opinion, that you deserve to die for. That might ruffle some feathers. I'm an eye for an eye type person, and I don't think I'd be able to end somebody's life. Self-defense maybe, but it's always hard if you're not in the situation. So I think he got what he deserved from what he did. He's fucking scumbag, disgusting, fuck him, rotten hell. On the other hand, though, I will be completely shocked, and I don't even know. So, like, if she gets away with it, like, she's gonna end up going to prison, or at least she has to lose her job for that. The whole way that panned out, there's no way she's gonna get away with that. I will be shocked if she gets away with doing that without any sort of retaliation or repercussions. But I think that some fault lies with the superiors also, because they should not have put her in that situation, because she was not in an emotionally stable place to be put in that situation yet. She just how long ago was just attacked in her home? Why the fuck would you put her in there? Find somebody else. Find a different agent. Find a different cop that works for the local police department. Part of that fault lies with y'all. Let me know what y'all thought about this one. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.